Have you ever wondered if you're praying the wrong way? Maybe you've prayed again and again, but nothing seems to change. Maybe you don't know what to say. Or perhaps you've started asking yourself, does God even hear my prayers? If you've ever struggled with prayer, you're not alone. The good news is that Jesus did not make prayer complicated. He taught his followers how to pray, and his teachings can completely change the way we approach God. Here are 5 things Jesus taught about prayer. Number 1, prayer is about relationship, not performance. In Matthew chapter 6, Jesus warned against praying simply to impress other people. Prayer is not a performance. You don't need impressive words. You don't need to sound like a preacher. And you don't need a long prayer to get God's attention. God is not impressed by perfect vocabulary. He cares about your heart. Jesus taught his followers to pray to God as their Father. That means prayer begins with relationship. So when you pray, don't worry about sounding perfect. Just be honest. Talk to God. Number 2, more words don't mean more powerful prayers. Jesus warned against meaningless repetition. This doesn't mean repeating a prayer is always wrong. Jesus himself prayed repeatedly. The problem is believing that saying more words will somehow force God to answer. Prayer is not a magic formula. Jesus said, "Your Father already knows what you need before you ask him." So prayer is not about giving God information he doesn't have. It is about bringing your heart before him. You can simply say, "God, I'm afraid. God, I don't understand. God, I need your help." Sometimes the simplest prayer is the most honest prayer. Number 3, pray for God's will, not only your own. In the Lord's Prayer, Jesus taught us to pray, "Your kingdom come, your will be done." Notice those words, your will. Prayer is not about making God follow our plans. It is about learning to trust his plans. Of course, bring your desires to God. Pray for healing. Pray for your family. Pray for your needs. But place everything in his hands. You can say, "God, this is what I want, but I trust you. Your will be done." That is not weak faith. That is deep faith. Number 4, pray with persistence. Jesus taught his followers to pray and not give up. In Luke chapter 18, he told a parable about persistent prayer. Sometimes we pray once, nothing happens, and we stop. But Jesus teaches us to keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Persistence doesn't mean trying to wear God down. It means continuing to trust him while we wait. Sometimes the answer comes quickly. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes the answer is different from what we expected. But don't give up. Keep praying. Number 5, pray with faith while trusting God's wisdom. Jesus taught his followers to pray with faith, but biblical faith does not mean believing God must give us everything we ask for. Faith means trusting God himself. Look at Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. He knew the cross was ahead. He prayed that, if possible, the cup would be taken from him, but then he surrendered. "Not my will, but yours be done." Jesus was honest about what he wanted, but he trusted the Father completely. That's what real prayer looks like. You can ask God for healing. You can ask for a breakthrough. You can ask him to change your circumstances, but you can also say, "God, I trust you." So, are you praying wrong? Maybe you don't need better words. Maybe you need to understand what prayer really is. Prayer isn't a performance. It isn't a magic formula. It isn't a way to control God. Prayer is relationship. Prayer is surrender. Prayer is persistence. Prayer is trust. And prayer is an invitation to bring your whole life before God. So the next time you pray, don't worry about sounding perfect. Come honestly. Come humbly. Come persistently. And come with faith. If you've stopped praying because you feel God isn't listening, don't give up. If you've been disappointed by unanswered prayers, bring that disappointment to God. And if you don't know what to say, start with this: "God, I need you." Sometimes that's where prayer truly begins. This is Word of Life. And remember, prayer isn't about finding the perfect words. It's about trusting the perfect God. If you found this video thought-provoking, subscribe for more videos exploring Jesus, the Bible, and the Christian faith.